Welcome back, and today we're going to be answering the three most frequently asked questions that I get about Navy Federal and their credit cards. The last video I did the three most frequently asked questions from the Navy Federal secured loan. I saw how well you guys liked that, so I decided why not answer some more questions for you guys that you guys asked. So the first question is, should I get the Navy Federal and Reward secured card? And the answer is it depends. If you are trying to establish a relationship with Navy Federal Credit Union, then of course this card is a no-brainer and a great way to build your relationship with them if you're not able to get approved for any of their other cards. Check your pre-qualification link first. Make sure that you are pre-qualified. And if you are able to get pre-qualified for the N Rewards card, then of course it is a no-brainer in that situation. If you are someone who is building or re-establishing credit and you're trying to do so while establishing a relationship with Navy Federal, once again, this card is a no-brainer. If you're someone with good credit and you want to play the game secured in order to build a relationship, or you're just interested in building that relationship and you're not too worried about jumping in with a unsecured card, once again, this can be another option for you. So weigh out your options and actually choose as to whether or not this card will be of value to you, or if one of the other cards may be of value to you in your particular situation. So it's very important to make sure that you do that. The next question that I get asked very often is why is my score higher but my limit lower, or my score is higher but I got denied? So whenever we're dealing with banks and their underwriting systems, a lot of the times we like to think that we know what the bank wants, and we like to think that we know what the bank wants all the time and at every moment. So banks have different risk factors. Banks have different analysts. Banks have a lot of people that are on their underwriting team that are going to determine whether or not you get approved, and your credit profile is ran through systems. You have to understand if your credit profile is that of someone who has previously defaulted in the past, if you've shown financial inconsistency in the past, if you have high debt to income ratios, or just potentially someone with a lower credit score has built up a stronger relationship with that particular financial institution, there are plenty of instances where someone with a lower score may get approved, or someone with less accounts may get approved and you may get denied. It happens all the time, and this happens at every bank. It happens at every credit union. This isn't something that is only Navy Federal based. You have to understand, especially for those of you who are newer to credit, and you have high scores. Maybe you have some authorized users. Maybe they're primaries, but your scores in the 700s, and you're showing the bank responsibility, but you're not showing them a lot of history. So when banks don't see a lot of history, or they don't have a long-term relationship with you, they may not be willing to lend you as much as someone else who has a similar score with more age, or a lower score with more age, because they're able to see this person's trends and weigh out their risks a lot better. It's a lot easier to determine the risk of someone who has 4 or 5 years of credit than to determine the risk of someone who has 4 or 5 months of credit. And that's what the banks are trying to do, is determine their risk in the situation and their likelihood of getting their money back. All right. And lastly, another question that I get asked very often is as to the Navy Federal sign up bonuses how they work, when will you get your sign up bonus. So the sign up bonuses vary by card, and it depends on which sign up bonus you are going for in which card. Some of the sign up bonuses are applied instantly. Some of them are applied within a few days, 2, 3 days, like the Amazon Prime or the TSA pre check when you get the flagship. And then there are other times where your sign up bonuses may take up to 90 days, such as um, with cards like the cash rewards. There is the possibility of your sign up bonus taking longer to achieve. It doesn't mean that it's going to happen every time. There are people who've instantly gotten their sign up bonus with the cash rewards card. However, that is not the same for everyone. So you just have to realize that the banks are using systems. If you're ever unsure, call the banks, call the credit unions, um, you know, and ask them and say, hey, um, I was wondering when I would be getting my bonus. Is there anybody who can help me? Blah blah blah. Talk to them and wait for them to tell you what they can do for you and see if they can make the adjustments for you instantly. And that's about all that you can do when it comes down to sign up bonuses. It is free money and it is great to have. And I always like to say, don't depend on your sign up bonuses to pay your bills because they can always change and they're subject to change. But with that being said, as always, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. And we'll see you guys in the next video.